Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about our double dumbbell deadlift. The double dumbbell deadlift is an oft overlooked, very good exercise if you have dumbbells. If you're traveling, you go to a hotel gym, usually they have dumbbells up to about 50 pounds. This is an exercise you can plug in while traveling. It's also an exercise you can do at any gym because oftentimes you can't get to the deadlift station because powerlifter's using it or something like that. Double dumbbell deadlift uses two dumbbells. Today we're using Living Fit hex dumbbells. I like hex dumbbells because they're covered in rubber, they scratch up floors a lot less, and they don't roll away from you. Round dumbbells that you'll sometimes see in really fancy gyms that are all chromed out or whatever, you'll put them down and they'll roll away from you, which I don't like that much, but it is something that you can think about. For our double dumbbell deadlift, we're gonna point 2 feet straight ahead. A lot of different barbell technique. We'll use turnout, we'll use all types of different leg positions to move your body around the bar. With a double dumbbell deadlift, you are going to be doing a deadlift much more like a hex bar deadlift. So let's think feet pointed straight ahead, and we're gonna put them in a narrow deadlift stance directly underneath our hip bones. We're going to get straight down. I want you to think ribs to the tops of your thighs. Ribs to the tops of your thighs, weight back towards your heels. If your heels are lifting up off the ground, then assume that you're doing it generally wrong. Weight back in your heels, thumb point straight ahead, and drive all the way up. The important part is that we squeeze our legs at the top, squeeze our glutes so that we'll make sure that we're standing all the way up. All the way down, belly to thigh. If you want to do a full release to prove you're at the bottom, you can. Stand all the way up, straighten your legs all the way out, pull your kneecaps up, all the way down, touch, drive all the way up, touch, drive all the way up. Usually we inhale on the way down and we exhale on the hard part, which is standing all the way up. Let's look at it from our side position. Feet, center line of the feet to the center line of the dumbbell handle, feet pointed straight ahead. Judo chop the hips, get your weight back, 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 press up through your heels, stand all the way up. Don't let your shoulders be forward, roll them back and down, drive your rib cage down, squeeze your glutes, pull your kneecaps up. You will sometimes see CrossFitters just touch the front edge of the dumbbell down. That's perfectly fine. What we're doing right now is flat dumbbells, but we could also do tip forward touch. Some people can't handle the tip forward touch because it puts your wrist in this position. Flat touch with the dumbbell puts your wrist in a straight line. People who do a lot of mace or club are more comfortable with this position and they can do just a front tip touch. Stay. Center line of the feet, center line of the handle, feet pointed straight ahead. The tip touch puts our wrist in that extended position. Drive all the way up, touch all the way down, drive all the way up, touch all the way down. It's not a big change, but some people will find doing the front edge touch to be a lot more difficult because it puts their wrist in this position. If people are doing something weird, like externally rotating their wrist, then that tends to make it less good. Doing the full dumbbell flat version requires you to get just a little bit lower. Out of all the deadlifts that there are, I like this one the most because it is the most accessible for the majority of people. Barbell setups are expensive. A bar, a station, and then you work on barbell math, which is building up towards max numbers. 1 rep max to sets of 5 is usually what people are working on with that. It's very time predictable, it's very controlled. The double dumbbell deadlift is different. Because the weight is lighter, you tend to add reps, either through volume cycles or through density cycles. But if you have submaximal weights, light weights under 50 pounds, then you can just go straight to doing larger number sets. That is a different training idea than doing barbell work. That's fine. Dumbbells are very accessible for the majority of the population. You can get good hex dumbbells now at Walmart, which did not used to be the case at all, but you can definitely do that now. And you can get a lot out of doing a deadlift series just with dumbbells, just by doing volume cycles. Start with 5 sets of 5, go to 6 sets of 5, 7 sets of 5, set it up as an EMOM, start with 5 minutes of training and build up towards 20 sets of 5 inside of 20 minutes. Very simple idea for medium to light weights. Then you can run those density cycles where you take it towards 10 sets of 10. You can still do heavy deadlift with dumbbells if you're in a gym and you have access to those 80, 85, 90, up to 100, 120 pound dumbbells that you do see at some gyms. A 120 pound dumbbell on each side is not a deadlift to be scoffed at by anybody. It's very, very difficult. The point of the dumbbell deadlift is that it's more of a natural deadlift as opposed to a barbell deadlift where you might have to move your body around the bar. With a dumbbell deadlift, it becomes very much like a common workman's deadlift where you grab things from the side and you just stand all the way up with your feet pointed straight ahead. I find that this one has better athletic carryover in a shorter period of time. You spend less time learning technique and you spend more time focusing on your fundamentals with medium weights, which allows you to get more experience, which allows you just to get better at it over time. It's a very simple movement. The important thing is feet straight ahead, shoulder width apart. If you're turning out, you're gonna notice you're gonna set the dumbbells down on your toes. It's probably not gonna feel all that great. We are keeping our crown to coccyx alignment nice and steady. Judo chop the hips, getting all the way down. We do not wanna be rounding our upper back if at all possible. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, fire the lats, keep the lats on the entire time as you stand all the way up. At the top, drive your rib cage down, roll your shoulder blades back and down so your abs are on, pull your quads up to squeeze your leg as hard as possible, and of course, squeeze your glutes. If you're not squeezing your glutes, you're definitely not doing it right yet.